Denver city and county employees have 2 weeks left. 2 weeks to show proof of being fully vaccinated or have an exemption. Denver has been coming up with a backup plan on how to keep operating because it anticipates some employees could be fired for not getting their shots. Anusha Roy takes a look at how this could play out.
The goal is for people to keep their jobs and get their vaccines.
If people are promising to come into compliance, we want to give them an opportunity to do that.
But city leaders are well aware that's not going to be the case for everyone. If an employee is not in compliance by the deadline or granted a medical or religious exemption, they could be fired.
The first time that they are non-compliant, they would get a 10-day suspension. And if thereafter they remain non-compliant, we would move forward with termination.
It's why all city agencies were told to think about a contingency plan. Exactly how many people could leave isn't clear yet, but in the same way at the beginning of the pandemic, agencies were discussing what to do if a bunch of people fell sick at the same time. They're planning about what happens if employees are terminated. This could include reallocating staff, adjusting hours, and moving people around to departments that are shorthanded.
Certainly with our contingency planning, that will be a big piece, is to ensure that we do not impact city services, or certainly not essential city services.
So right now, some of the department heads said they know that people are saying no to the vaccine outright, but the city really wants to give them until the end of the month in case they change their minds or do want to come in compliance. Jeremy, they just want to make sure that everyone has a chance to do that.
Yeah, there's some conflict here. The numbers need some perspective, too.
Yeah, if you look within the Department of Public Safety, so Denver 911 has just over 72% who have uploaded their vaccine proof. The fire department, just over 80%. That then drops to 63% for police and 58.2% for the sheriff's department. It's really important to remember that leftover percentage. That can include people who are still working on uploading their paperwork, exemptions. There's more than 200 from across the city that are still being reviewed. And then, of course, the folks who are saying no to the vaccine. So the city is saying those numbers, they're going to keep fluctuating over the next couple of weeks.
And so how does this work out for officers who actually do get an exemption?
Yeah, so city rules is to mask and social distance and get regular COVID testing. But when it comes to an officer or a deputy, that interaction with other people, that's a really big part of the job. So it could mean changing a person's job responsibility, accommodating the situation, that contingency plan that's going to include continued focus on recruitment. But overall, Jeremy, the Department of Public Safety said that they are not anticipating massive walkouts.
Let's see if that happens. Thank you, Anusha.